While other streaming services are satisfied with just providing quality content, BingePipe is never satisfied. We have an insatiable hunger for content that haunts our every waking hour. Please, enjoy this game, because we have forgotten how to enjoy anything.
Ugh.
What's the matter, Mark?
I'm trying to find my blood type, but these medical forms are just so complicated.
Oh, Mark, you silly idiot. You don't have to understand forms anymore.
I don't?
No, just send all your information to BingePipe and they'll find the answers for you.
They can do that?
Sure. Thanks to BingePipe's customer vault, I can send them my medical history, credit card details, voting record, deepest fears, food allergies, romantic preferences, and lucky numbers, and they'll sort through it to find the data I need and keep the leftover details for themselves.
Wow, that sounds great. Looks like I won't need this paperwork. And with the extra time, we can get dinner. Do you like burritos?
I don't know. I'll have to ask BingePipe.
The following BingePipe content is sponsored by Mystaxis, the #1 over-the-counter medication that prevents nosebleeds caused by telekinesis. If you want peace of mind while moving pieces with your mind, then Mystaxis is right for you.
Okay, welcome back to Talkin' Mystery Mountain. I'm joined as always by my panel. Guys, wow, how about that episode? After facing some criticism that the show has lost its way and that the writers created too big of a puzzle to solve, they respond in a big way.
Just when you think this show is beyond repair, we're rewarded with that bombshell. I'm still in shock that Michael is a shape-shifting alien who can time travel.
Yeah, that really tied up a lot of the loose ends in a totally organic way.
Looking at social media, the episode is getting a lot of positive feedback, but there are some detractors out there. Staceface17 says, "This is how they kill off Jennifer? Are you kidding me? Hashtag lame plot device." Before we jump into this comment, I believe we have the clip she's referring to. Roll it.
I know Michael is a shape-shifting alien who can time travel, but that still doesn't explain how I ended up on this mountain. We've had zero contact, so I want to know, how did I get here?
I have to agree a little bit with her. I did think that lightning bolt scene was a little odd.
Especially since it happened deep inside a cave.
Okay, did they maybe kill off too many characters in a sudden lightning bolt? Sure, but I think we're losing the point here.
Deep in the American South, there was a town with a secret.
Excuse me, can we ask you about the body found in Walter Creek?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
A secret nobody wanted to talk about.
There is no body in the creek. There's never been a body in the creek.
That's when a film crew discovered.
Lies! It's all lies!
We were in the wrong town.
We don't even have a creek!
Coming this winter to BingePipe, true crime documentary bloopers.
When we went down into the basement, we found the shrine that he had made out of human bones. I mean bones. Whoops.
If you are thinking of receiving extra benefits by signing the BingePipe Premium Data Security Agreement, please read over the document carefully. The document will be available to you once you sign the BingePipe Premium Data Security Agreement.
Love stories. Here with my barista.
She was my favorite customer.
And yada yada yada.
We've been married for 12 years.
Love stories.
We were coworkers. I probably asked her out about 10 times over 2 years. Every time she was like, "No, thank you." I was thinking, eating, and dreaming no thank yous. I had totally given up at one point, and then out of the blue, she smiled at me, and I just went for it. Bam! And this time, it was different. This time, she was like, "Seriously, no. No. Please stop. You're making me uncomfortable." So I asked out a different girl, and now I've been with this girl, Sharon, for like 6 years.
8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
Love stories.
Hi, I'm Mike Builder, CEO of Jackbox Games. Sorry, I mean VP of BingePipe Gaming. Everyone at what used to be Jackbox is thrilled to bring You Don't Know Jack to BingePipe. we've been working hard to make the best game possible, sometimes going weeks without sleep. And if the praise I've been getting from the invisible elves who live in my teeth is any indication, we've been very successful. But why stop there? Each time I take a sip of dark purple water from the Binge Pipe water cooler, I get a new $1 million game idea. Like Day Drinker, Pickle Police, Cyst Blaster 64, Toilet Race, Too Many Wedding Guests, Space Deniers, Dank Meme Summer Camp, Guess My Stepdad, Everybody Help Grandma, Gamblety Blamblety Duplety Dee Doo, and Wordspud 3. So if you love consumerism, keep your Binge Pipe subscription up to date, and who knows what you'll see next. I'm Mike Builder, and I'm saying this of Mike Builder's own free will.
This is taking longer than expected. Just kidding. We prepare for everything. Everything.
I'm insufferable.
I'm just some dude that still has his old roommate's password.
I'm gonna live forever.
The following Binge Pipe programming is brought to you by Liquidirt. Liquidirt. Tastes like mud.
It's like pizza, but for women.
We here at Making Murders just want to, I guess, apologize, for making so many murders. Sorry about that. Our bad.
And the final rose goes to... Wait, does everyone already have a rose?
Sarah brought one from home.
Sarah with an H or Sarah with no H?
Sarah with 3 H's.
Can I get everyone's rose back, please?
Got a date right after work, and you find yourself a little worried about what's going on down there? Well, maybe you shouldn't have let that family of possums move in.
Instead of using your real name, you can keep your anonymity by using a joke name. If you're not funny, just use your social security number.
You've heard of a tables, ladders, and chairs match, but this week on Wrestling is Everywhere, we are taking the competition to a new level by having it in the middle of a fully operational high-end furniture and home decor store.
I'm gonna rip you apart, sectional by sectional, armoire to footstool, because you are a sham, and matching duvet set. You're going to seasonal table runner for your life until you throw in your tea towel. You're about to hit the grounds, because here comes the French press.
Hi, I'm looking for wall sconces.
No! This week on Wrestling is Everywhere.
Hey man, you succulent.
Imagine a world
My God, the specimen.
It's growing out of control.
where scientists go too far,
Should we go in?
No, seal the door.
but still know how to follow proper protocol.
Okay, the chemical shower killed it.
That could have been bad.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Lunch?
It sure is taking a long time to start this game, but Binge Pipe has time. We have all the time in the world.
I had a great time on our date tonight.
You want to come inside and watch something?
I know what that means.
I've got Binge Pipe.
The only streaming service better than casual sex?
The very same.
Check out this great content streaming soon to Binge Pipe.
I love the relish that is coming through in this buttercream frosting, but I'm not tasting enough hot dog in the cupcake itself.
Everybody down! Get down on the floor now! There
This is my first time teaching a yoga class. I said get down.
If you love NCIS Los Angeles, you'll love the 3-episode French series the show is based on.
La neige est sur le sol. La vie est triste. Oh, que de souvenirs.
Oh, que de souvenir. Only on Binge Pipe.
Ah, gluten!
You can play as an audience member and have an impact on the game, like someone who objects at a wedding.
So we did some digging, and Kara, the guy you've been talking to online, isn't who he says he is.
Oh no, did I get catfished?
Well, in this case, it was more than one person doing it, so we call it getting groupered.
It was a whole group?
And they did it on purpose.
That one's not a fish.
Looks like someone went to school.
I'm done here.
Karen, you've been through so much.
Yes, I have.
Personal tragedy after personal tragedy, followed by a series of small instances that, when compiled, add up to more personal tragedy.
It's truly been awful.
That's why your family nominated you, Karen, for this unique opportunity. Are you ready?
I think so.
Karen, turn around, face the mirror, and take a look at your new hat.
We're waiting for players to join, so there is still time to change shirts. Not that we can see you in that terrible shirt.
I'm a gamer.
I'm that guy at work who won't stop quoting Caddyshack.
I'm Mark Twain, and this is Jurassic Park.
Is it possible to have too much content? These new Binge Pipe programs say no.
Susan, you are cold and unrelatable, and no one likes your peanut noodle salad.
But I always make that.
And everyone hates you for it. Here at Tear Down to Build Up, we're the first home improvement show that emotionally tears down individuals, giving them the raw anger and unfiltered strength to demolish and renovate a house. You're doing a terrible job, Susan.
It's my grandma's recipe!
Ba-do-do, just cleaning out my fingernails. Ba-do.
Introducing America's Secret Singers.
Sandwich. I got a pastrami sandwich.
A singing competition show composed entirely of videos of people who didn't know their webcams were on.
Where's the stamps? Ba-dum-bum-bum. My bills are overdue.
The singer with the most online votes will receive $10,000, and they'll never know why.
My arms are so hairy. My arms are so hairy. My arms are so hairy, but my legs are smooth.
Coming soon to Binge Pipe. Please let us know how you wanted that sentence to end.
Coming soon, The Minister, a period drama about the turn-of-the-century British Prime Minister David Lloyd George. That's it.
I must create the Parliament Act to circumvent the House of Lords' objection to my social insurance budget plans.
Don't worry, like all period dramas, we've added a lot of sex.
When you say circumvent, do you mean go in from behind?
Why, Margaret Dreyer Robbins, if you were the president of the Women's Trade Union League, I'd say you were flirting with me.
You know what they say. What happens at the Paris Peace Conference will create complicated precedent which will inadvertently lead to World War II.
Oh, God. Use me like protective legislation.
Your excuses. You're the reason we keep losing.
If you love high drama shows like Survivor and Big Brother.
Susan's drunk again.
That's it. House meeting right now.
You'll just love
I don't like these people. I'm just trying to win.
My Family Movies.
I'm sorry, Chris. You contribute the least. You have to leave the house. No excuses. You lost the vote.
This isn't really a show. I just have to share it with someone.
While we wait for players to join, why not pour yourself your favorite drink and hold it in front of the screen so that we can see if our targeted advertising is working? Binge Pipe knows what you want to watch even when you can't articulate it.
What do I like to watch? Thumb. Smack Water Jack.
Lumps, darts in a jar?
Petunias.
We'll bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Don't follow the money.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and I just want to let you know that Binge Pipe has your best interests at heart. At least that's what they wrote on my car in Pig's Blood. The nice thing about having two players, if there's a tie, winner will be decided via fencing match. All right, we're taking off.
Time for question one.
First question. I only believe old sayings. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, how many pictures is a single word worth? 0.1 pictures, 0.01 pictures, 0.001 pictures, or 0.0001 pictures? Let's see who got it. 0.001 is also known as 1,000th. Wow, if a single word is worth so little, then I guess I'll complete the rest of my hosting duties through the beautiful visual art of interpretive dance. Let's try, when you're here, you're damned. Let's say Greek mythic figure Tantalus is enduring his eternal punishment at an Olive Garden. What's the big difference in his never-ending pasta bowl? It's made out of people, it's always just out of reach, it tastes like ashes, or he can never stop eating it. So what'd you pick? As punishment, Tantalus stood beneath a branch of fruit that moved away when he reached for it. You want torture? Try getting a third helping of breadsticks on a Friday night. I can see them in the kitchen!
Why don't we do it for free?
Next up, First Housewives Club. Are we all gathered? Good. It's time for Dis or Dat. I'm going to list off 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a tagline from one of the real housewives of New York City, or a quote from famous First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between Real Housewives or Eleanor Roosevelt. And you're both doing this together, so pay attention. Here it comes. Happiness is not a goal, it's a byproduct. I never feel guilty about being privileged. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. If you can't handle the truth, you can't handle me. I'm living the American dream one mistake at a time. A woman's like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. I plan for the future, but live in the moment. That was nice and forgettable. Okay, let's move along. Introducing Dragon Drop. Imagine the band Imagine Dragons included dragons from the imagination of Lewis Carroll. Pretty straightforward, right? Anyway, what dragon should you be imagining? Smaug on vocals, Jabberwock on bass, Drogon on lead guitar, or Falkor on drums? So who got it? The Jabberwock from the famous poem The Jabberwocky is the creation of Lewis Carroll. And I know, Jabberwock would be better suited on drums, but, you know, that's band politics for you. Try this on for size. Celebrities just have better names. Disregarding spelling, which celebrity name is composed of a verb, a preposition, and a noun? Justin Timberlake, Carrie Underwood, Mark Wahlberg, or Rob Lowe? Okay, who chose what? Carrie, verb, under, preposition, would, noun. That's it for round one. Where's that beautiful scoreboard?
These players are currently tied for the lead.
Yeah, I'll make a note of that. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round two is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
It's like the first round didn't even matter.
Next, winter is chumming. You know how rich people sometimes say things about how they're gonna summer in the Hamptons or winter in Vail? Well, if you ask a North Pacific humpback whale how she'll be wintering, what might she say? Sweetheart, I'll be feeding in the Arctic. Darling, I'll be breeding in Hawaii. Peaches, I'll be feeding in Panama. Or Poochie, I'll be breeding in Antarctica. Okay, let's take a look. Watch how easy this is. In the winter months, North Pacific humpback whales migrate to the subtropical waters around Hawaii to not to be crass, but it's a total blowhole fest.
The algorithm demands your input. Would you like a tricky question or a blunt question? Vote on your devices now. Well, that was a waste of time. We'll pick one ourselves and ignore this chilling failure of the democratic process.
Take a good look at a blunt question. Snoop Dogg created which term for marijuana when he mispronounced a method of growing cannabis? Doobie, dank, chronic, or the devil's lettuce? And how do we do? Will the correct answer please rise? One night, Snoop Dogg misheard someone say hydroponic, and a piece of slang was born. Hydroponics, of course, being the act of growing cannabis without soil using nutrient-rich water. At least that's what an older boy told me.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of it.
It's time for Why Couldn't It Have Been Scrappy-Doo? Say Scooby-Doo mysteriously vanishes while solving a mystery. All the gang finds is the tag of his collar floating in a pool of blood. How do they know it's his? It's shaped like a paw print, it's shaped like a Scooby snack, it's shaped like his head, or it has his initials on it. Let's see how that shook out. Scooby-Doo's collar tag is emblazoned with his big gold initials, SD. Here we have Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein.
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's monster.
As of 2017, the subject of the most expensive TV show ever made. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? Okay, what'd you pick? Netflix's The Crown, about the life of Queen Elizabeth, costs $130 million per season, making it the most expensive show ever produced. You know, for half that, I can make you a decent show about a Frankenstein octopus. Here's one I like to call 50 Shades of Plays. If Christian Grey told Anastasia he needs audience members on 3 sides of his playroom, in theater terms, they'd be performing unspeakable acts on a spread stage, thrust stage, grind stage, or missionary stage. What'd you guys pick? Anybody see my wrong answer? Oh, here it is. Hey, did you hear the one about the wrong answer? Allow me. A performance space that penetrates the auditorium, allowing audience members to sit on 3 sides, is called a thrust stage. And in live productions of 50 Shades of Grey, the first row would be called the splash zone. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. It would be my honorific. Movie titles and TV titles are full of titles. Have fun. Player 2 takes it! Congratulations, Player 2. I'm happy for you, truly. And that's coming from a man who chose not to feel things anymore. Just don't forget this.
Hello, listeners. If you love podcasts, you'll love our new show. We collect clips of everybody's favorite part of podcasting, apologizing for the quality of the podcast. Please enjoy every excuse, justification, and admission of laziness.
Welcome to the Great Ping Pong Debate. I want to apologize for the echo. We're not in our usual studio.
This is Real Bears or Niels Bohr, and you'll have to forgive me as I'm fighting cold this week.
I'm not going to lie to you, listeners. This is my least favorite Australian serial killer. But we said we'd create dating profiles for them all, so...
As you can tell, my neighbor's dog is very excited to list all the episodes of Pushing Daisies from most to least charming, and...
Join us, won't you? It'll be a good time, and we promise the clips won't sound so poorly spliced together once we get used to the software.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Oh, no, you don't, you son of a bitch. Not this time.
Honey, who was that?
Where are the kids?
Why did you yell? Who's at the door?
Are the kids home?
Yes, they're upstairs. Baby, you're scaring me.
We can't stay here.
What's happening?
It's nothing. It's just something from my past. I can handle it. Now, please go upstairs and pack an overnight bag. I want you and the kids staying at your mother's tonight.
If it's nothing, then why are we having to run away?
There's nothing to worry about. I said I've got this.
Mommy, Daddy, what's wrong?
Hey, sport. Mommy and Daddy were just having a conversation. How does a sleepover at Grandma sound tonight? We'll order a pizza.
Awesome.
Honey, someone's at the back door.
God damn it. I told you not to mess with my family.
Mommy, why is Daddy breaking a chair?
I'm not sure. Why are you breaking a chair, Roger?
Because I've got to board this door up, Maggie. Look, everything's gonna be fine. I just need you to grab my shotgun from the closet.
Roger, you're scaring me.
I swear I'll explain everything later.
Here's your gun. Oh no, Alice is up.
Hey buddy, why don't you go look after your sister?
Okay.
Who is at the door, Roger?
It's somebody who wants something from me.
Who is at the door?
I swear to God, can you just trust me for once?
Who is at the door?
It's an interrupting cow. There, you happy? It's an interrupting cow who...
Moo!
Shocked to be bringing back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, there must be something better you could be doing.
Hi, I'm Cookie. I'll be doing the parts of the game everyone talks over. There's some really funny parts in there, by the way. I'm just saying, I mean, you can do whatever you want. We are gathered here today to witness the union of these two players in trivia. Okay, let's not waste any more time.
Time for question one.
To get things started, syntax to the max. Grammatically speaking, what's a contraction? What's a contraction or question mark? Who picked what? A contraction is when a noun and a verb combine and you replace the omitted letter with an apostrophe. This one's known as It's All in Your Headlines. Which of these newspapers is actually fake news? The Plain Dealer, the Mercury News, the Star Ledger, or the Daily Bugle? Hope you like what you picked. Yep, while the other three are among the top 25 U.S. newspapers in circulation, the Daily Bugle is fictional. Peter Parker worked for it in the Marvel Universe. And personally, I don't care if the news is real or fake, as long as it can totally ruin my day.
Why do we do everything?
Up next, draft seasons. And don't reach across the table because it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 real and fictional people, and for each one, you tell me if their name is Salt or their name is Pepper. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between Salt or Pepper. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. All set? Here we go. Gwyneth Paltrow and Iron Man. Angelina Jolie's secret agent. YouTube star on Big Brother UK. One of the children on the Willy Wonka tour. Rapper Cheryl James. First season Project Runway contestant. Sammy Davis Jr. and Salt and Pepper. Hey, let's hear it for lucky guesses. But player 2, you failed in ways numbers can't truly explain.
Customer satisfaction seems to have dipped.
Sounds like it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Using the screw makes it harder for your opponent to answer in a variety of pleasurable ways. And you'll receive a bonus if they choose incorrectly.
Great, thanks.
You're welcome, devoted customer.
Coming up next, tripping on friendship. Guys, great news. I got invited to an EDM concert by a group of frightening teenagers. They told me we're going to trip on mescaline, and I'm the one who needs to bring all the mescaline. Am I saying that right? Quick, where can I get some mescaline? A grocery store, a hardware store, a craft store, or a pharmacy? I love this part. What a pity. Curious? Here it is. Mescaline is a mix of assorted salad greens. Hold on, I think maybe those teens were talking about a psychedelic drug, which is too bad because this salad is so good. Oh, here's a good one. Not what I superintended. Which description of a super TV program demonstrates the quantum superposition principle? Supergirl increases in strength but not size. Super Bowl teams never physically interact. Supernatural isn't as good as it will be. Or superior donuts are every flavor until I see them. Who picked what? Apparently, quantum theory is your kryptonite. The superlative position is the theory a system exists in all states before it is measured. Round 1 is history. Time to see who is actually trying.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, I want to help you. Please let me in. Your performance has triggered the need for another screw.
And remember, round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So, do not be afraid to use that thing. Player 1, your only hope is to answer quick before player 2 has time to screw. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
Really good stuff.
6 trombones, it's not a parade.
This one's called, Are You Gonna Eat That? Hey, I have some boiled horse bones. I heard you love boiled horse bones. You can't get enough of those boiled horse bones. Want some yummy Haribo gummy bears, sweet, sweet Swedish fish, tasty strawberry Twizzlers, or appetizing Airheads taffy? Okay, what'd you pick? While these other candies are vegan, gummy bears are traditionally made with gelatin, which is derived from boiled animal bones, ligament, and tissue. What a fun snack to remind you of how you always wanted a horse, and that sometimes dreams have a funny way of coming true.
Las Peos se moquent de moi. 7.
How about this one? For sure. Celebrities are just like us. They love cloaking themselves in garlands of animal fur for fancy winter parties. Which celeb is not wearing a member of the mustelid family? Pink in mink, Vin Diesel wrapped in weasel, Cindy Sherman wearing ermine, or Ghostface Killa in chinchilla? Oh, this'll be good. You knew that screw was coming, player 1. Get ready to stand on your head. Hope you like what you picked. Weasels, minks, and ermine all belong to the mustelid family, while a chinchilla is a rodent. Just a friendly reminder that if you turn your ferret into a coat, it's irreversible. I wish someone had told me that 20 minutes ago.
At Binge Pipe, we value your needs. Would you like a question with nothing to hide or a question with an ulterior motive? Contribute your percentage of the choice now. Here are the consequences of your choices. We graciously accept your choice.
'Twas then I learned to keep the winds of it.
There is no hiding from a question with an ulterior motive. Hey, so just hypothetically, if anybody were to ask where I was on November 24th, 1971, what would you say? Wasn't that the day the Lindbergh baby was kidnapped? Wasn't that the day D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane? Wasn't that the day the Black Dahlia was found? Or Cookie was with me the whole day, officer? So what'd you pick? Oh, I want to believe you'd say that, I really do, but the fact is you know too much. Let's take your score out for a nice long drive. Correct answer, reveal yourself. Oh yeah, I guess the criminal known as D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane and stole $200,000 on November 24th, 1971, and then vanished without a trace. Weird. Not that I was trying to get an alibi from you or anything. I'm just saying maybe some of this old soggy money just happens to find its way to your score. Why not try acting? Who is Sir Patrick Stewart? That actor from Trolls? That actor from the Emoji Movie? That actor from The Nut Job? Or that actor from the Angry Birds movie? Okay, let's take a look. You did a bad job. Distinguished actor Sir Patrick Stewart portrayed the voice of Poop in the Emoji Movie. God, I love the theater.
es gélido, yes, perritos.
And now, wine not. What would a somnambulistic sommelier say? I suggest wines on a tightrope. I suggest wines in my sleep. I suggest wines in an active volcanic crater. Or I suggest wines in a deep, low voice. So who got it? Oh, you tried so hard. Somnambulism is a technical term for sleepwalking. It's also called noctambulism. It's also called the reason I wasn't allowed to have sleepovers. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. A real country, and all the answers are real countries. And something else. Player 2 wins! Excellent job, Player 2. How does it feel to win? Is it like diving into a pool of pudding and eating your way out? No, not like that. Okay, just asking.
This exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Well, funny story. I was actually eating gummy bears when I read that boiled horse bones question. And I gotta say, didn't bother me at all. Not at all. Mostly because I was also eating a horse sandwich at the time with a side of horse juice. Oh, yeah, you gotta get the horse juice on the side to get the full experience. It doesn't matter what brand. Horse juice.
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content.
According to the last census, I'm the fastest gun in the West.
I've made a lot of money in my life, and I've made it all in the last 20.
Exploring our lawyers and presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, the calm before the binge.
I'm Cookie Masterson, and I will be your guide. Now close your eyes, take my hand, and jump! Just the two of you? Oh, I hope you two made a friendly wager. I love friendly wagers. They're honestly my favorite kind of wagers. So let's dive in.
Time for question one.
First up, the blankest question of all. Which of these titles has the most adjectives? Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Pretty Little Liars, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford? Let's see who got it. My buzzer isn't working, but This title has two adjectives, pretty and little, because they describe the plural noun liars. All the others have one at the most. If I ended this question with an adjective, it would be perfect. I call this one Stuck Together Pages of Greatness. Say you visit a luxury spa that plays recordings of classic literature while you're being pampered. If you want your massage to have a happy ending, what is your best bet? Hot Stone and Wuthering Heights, Swedish with Anna Karenina, Shiatsu and The Great Gatsby, or Deep Tissue and Jane Eyre? And how do we do? Nope, not this one. At the end of Jane Eyre, she marries her true love, Mr. Rochester. I mean, sure, that's after Rochester's first wife sets fire to his house and jumps off the roof, but this was 1847, so you take what you can get.
Why don't we do that with three?
Feast your eyes upon this. Acne from the block, and it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a movie starring Jennifer Lopez or a skincare product by Philosophy. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between a J-Lo movie or skincare. And you're both doing this together, so look alive. Okay, let's do it. Out of sight. Help me. Just release me. When hope is not enough. The backup plan. Take a deep breath. Enough. You barely rose above my expectations. But player 2, you really dropped the ball.
Actions have been taken to ensure you have a better playing experience.
Great. We've been blessed by the presence of Binge Pipe.
Your poor performance has earned you a screw.
Remember, screwing during a question makes life tougher for your opponent.
We care enough so you don't leave us.
You're my question for.
Coming up, remember NSYNC? Now go even further back. Which Justin Timberlake album would Henry David Thoreau likely relate to the most? Justified, Man of the Woods, Future Sex, Love Sounds, or... Well. You just got screwed, player 1. I think it's time for some reflection. Let's see how that shook out. Besides being Justin Timberlake's debut solo album, Justified is also a very wrong answer to this question. The author of Walden, a book about his 2 years living in the woods by Walden Pond, Henry David Thoreau would definitely shake his little booty to Man of the Woods. And then he'd make sweet love to that pond. Nice screwing, player 2. Spend this wisely. Behold, go against the migraine. According to Matrix rules, based on its color, which pill should I swallow if I want to continue my blissful ignorance of illusion? Tylenol regular strength, Aleve, Motrin IB, or Advil? What'd you guys pick? Aleve makes blue pills, which, according to the Matrix, is the pill sheep take to remain sheep. Here we go. Okay, let's continue this game. Say goodbye to round 1. Numbers don't lie. Let's take a look.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, maybe you should try winning. Market research indicates that it's time for another screw.
And don't forget, round 2 screws screw even harder. And you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 2, before you get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
You're doing so well, Cookie.
6 trombones, it's not a parade.
And now, a totally relatable childhood memory. If you're playing football in the backyard and your dad yells, "Go deep," where's the best place you could run to impress him? Death Valley, the Malloy Deep, the Caspian Depression, or Mariana's Trench? Brace yourself. You got screwed in the back, player 2. Say, can you answer a moving target? Okay, who chose what? I am Groot. The Mariana Trench is the deepest spot on the planet at over 36,000 feet below sea level. Your dad better have a really good arm. That screw is a good move, player 1. Enjoy your cash.
We'd like to offer you a chance to gain some content while also losing some other content. Would you like a formal question or a question that keeps things casual? Use your device to select your preference. Here are the votes. I have no opinion about your selection.
Je trouve Jerry Davis seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Next up, a question that keeps things casual. I was just wondering, if you're not doing anything else, could you tell me which of these is not one of Ashton Casual Kutcher's movies? No strings attached, just friends. A lot like Love, or What Happens in Vegas. Hope you like what you picked. Well, too late now. Ryan Reynolds was the star of Just Friends. The studio thought about casting Ashton, but it just couldn't commit.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of it.
Here we have. How's your Wi-Fi? Getting a good signal, I hope? Oh, also, what does Wi-Fi stand for? Wireless fidelity, wireless field, wireless firmware, or nothing? Let's see who got it. Dreadful choice. Totally wrong. It shouldn't be this hard. Wi-Fi is just a catchy name that is not short for anything. The wireless industry needed something to call it, something better than its original name, IEEE 802.11. And now you know why. Fi. This one's called Ghosted. Reading which of these answers will not cause a supernatural entity to appear in my recording studio? Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Samara, 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 Beetlejuice, 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 or Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. Let's see how that shook out. In the Ring franchise, Samara is summoned by watching a videotape, not by saying her name. Oh, great. Now this recording booth is haunted by more than just memories of the horrible punchlines I've had to read. Feast your eyes upon this. Ghosted also works as a category title for this question. Yeah, look, these three ghosts are still here, and I'm worried they'll try to teach me the true meaning of Christmas unless we find some other way to pass the time. What terrifyingly titled theatrical production could three ghosts and myself perform because it traditionally calls for a four-person cast? Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Death of a Salesman, The Phantom of the Opera, or Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead? Okay, what'd you pick? Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf features just 4 characters. Bloody Mary's Martha is pretty good, but Beetlejuice's Nick just dies on stage. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Famous speeches. I hope they still teach speeches in school. Good luck. Player 2's got it! Way to go, Player 2. I hope you feel good about that. I mean, life is still meaningless and we'll all die alone, but remember, a win's a win, and here's something else to remember.
Jessica, I know I'm from the future, but I love you.
Objection! Your Honor, this witness is clearly just a tugboat in a trench coat.
So your kid's bike got ran over by a car. We fixed the frame, replaced the tires, and gave it a new paint job.
But how's my son?
We left him under the car because he's not a bike.
When I joined the religion, I was really hoping it was a cult, but later I figured out it was all on the up and up and not a cult at all. So I left.
Bringing back You Don't Know Jack. Binge pipe. Nobody be a hero and we'll all get out fine.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. I'm here to read the questions out loud and judge your life choices quietly. You know what they say, two's company, three's company, plus Cookie Masterson. All right, let's move.
Time for question 1.
Let's start with, I say a little prayer for you. Okay, just go with me on this one. If you were the well-meaning parent of a Gothic cathedral, what would they most likely yell at you? Oh, I can't stanchion you. I don't give a flying buttress. Get out of my modest parlor. Or F your domes. And how'd we do? Gothic architecture is characterized by rib vaults and flying buttresses, which help support cavernous spaces with high ceilings, like the Notre Dame Cathedral. And you really shouldn't let a cathedral talk to you that way. This one's known as The Young and the Vestless. If millennials were blamed for the demise of trebuchets, what headline would you see? Millennials are killing the girdle industry. Millennials are killing the boulder hurling industry. Millennials are killing the horse carriage industry. Or millennials are killing the sundial industry. Who picked what? Used in medieval times, the trebuchet, or trebuchet, was a weapon used to hurl huge boulders. They were very popular with baby boomers.
Why don't we do it with free?
Coming up next, Siri, submerge me in vinegar, and it's time for a dis or dat. I'm going to read you 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's the name of a virtual assistant or a type of pickled food. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between a virtual assistant or a pickle. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. Ready? Good. Curtido. Cortana. Bada. Achara. Nova. Gary. Heavy. It would be really sad if you bragged about this. Now let's keep going.
You're my question for.
Up next, the plot thickens when exposed to certain temperatures. Ugh, bodies of flowing liquids are just so mainstreams. I wish they would let more non-Newtonian fluids play a titular part in movies, like in my favorite film, The Shape of Water, Lorenzo's Oil, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So what'd you pick? Honey is the only fluid on this list that doesn't have a constant viscosity, making it the only non-Newtonian. Maybe honey doesn't have constant viscosity, but it has constant deliciosity. Science. Why not try? Remember Third Rock from the Sun? Suppose NBC rebooted Third Rock, but set it on Jupiter instead of Earth. What would be the most appropriate name for the new show? Sixth rock from the sun, first gas giant from the sun, fourth inner planet from the sun, or last multi-mooned planet from the sun? So who got it? Inner planets are the ones before the asteroid belt, like how this question might be referencing a show that was on before you were born. For what it's worth, Jupiter is the gas giant closest to our sun. I'll bet gas giant and our sun are phrases often spoken by French Stewart's parents. Look, all the questions can't be about memes. Round one is dead to me. Let's see who deserves my love.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you're negatively affecting our averages. Looks like there's still some deficits in aptitude, so here comes another screw.
And keep in mind, round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. Player 1, I'd answer fast if I were you, unless you're looking to get screwed. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
Just wonderful, Cookie.
Next, what's the deal with this joke setup? What would be the name of a web series where Jerry Seinfeld picks up different comics in a truck on the way to grabbing a fermented drink? Comedians in sailboats getting horchata, comedians in lorries getting kombucha, comedians in carriages getting kefir, or comedians in hot air balloons getting bubble tea. What'd you guys pick? If you ever replay this question, don't pick that one. Yeah, you're gonna kick yourself. A lorry is a truck, and kombucha is a fermented sweet tea. And comedian is another word for unemployed, according to my mother.
Mon père est rétréci.
Try this on for size. He does not skip wing day. And uh-oh, chest strut fit lime floor.
It's time for
Get those typing fingers ready, because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, focus up. Check out this gibberish phrase and tell me what movie title it rhymes with. We pick the swole bee. And don't let that punctuation fool you. I'm talking about myself. And I'm no good. I'm a repulsive guy. Let's take a look. Player 1. No, wrong, bad. You're gonna kick yourself. Moving right along.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
Here's one I like to call, Hola, mi nombre es Cookie Masterson. Está celebrando el 5 de mayo, el comienzo de la Guerra de la Independencia Mexicana, la derrota de los franceses en la Batalla de Puebla, el final de la Revolución Mexicana o el nacimiento de la Virgen María. Look out. You're dealing with the screw, Player One. Hey, who's ready for a little identity theft? I love this part. No es bueno.
Uh-oh.
Were you thinking this one? El 5 de mayo conmemora la derrota del Imperio Francés por el ejército mexicano en la Batalla de Puebla. Para todos los hispanohablantes, gracias por jugar nuestro juego. Esos tontos hablantes de inglés no pueden entender una palabra de lo que estoy diciendo. ¡Qué montón de idiotas! Expert screwing, Player 2. Have some cash. Oh, and it looks like we've got a name change. Yeah, that feels right. I call this one type equals squiggly bracket male comma singer squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
I've been told BingePipe loves all of its users, equally.
But can you help us separate our celebrity user data from the rest of the normals? Is Rat Pack available? Is Kandaman available? Is Merbishing available? Whose DMV search history have we acquired? Sammy Davis Jr., Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, or Louis Armstrong?
Okay, let's take a look. Isn't it obvious? Sammy Davis Jr. was a member of the Rat Pack and famous for singing The Candyman and Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Davis Jr. was not a real rat, but like 85% of our users, he was a mammal.
There is no hiding from make like a hot drink and leaves. Which of these is not a real type of tea that can be spilled? I heard Chad steals green tea from the break room. Jen isn't a blonde. She dyes her hair with white tea. I saw Gladys and black tea making out in the break room. Or Brent has a secret family with red tea in another state. Hope you like what you picked. Rumor is, you're wrong. There is no tea variety officially known as red tea. But Brent really does need to get his life together. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Sue talking to me? I hope you can find the correct talking animals. Good luck. Lone Ranger wins! Way to go, player one. There are no small victories, except this one. You barely won. I guess what I'm saying is...
Men and women, all living in one house, where they're forced to watch season 5 of The Bachelor, but while wearing headphones, so we don't have to get the rights to that show.
I can't believe Jake tried to...
Haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, sorry. Can you pass the chips?
The Bachelor Season 5, Watching House Season 2, only on Binge Bite.
911, what's your emergency? I think my husband's dead. He's...
Mint to present You Don't Know Jack. Binge pipe, ethically troubling.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. Not a single doctor can tell me why I make that sound. Okay, this is awkward because only one of you will win and the other will lose. Most friendships don't recover from a thing like that, but if you're okay with it, then let's do it. Let's forge ahead.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, eavesdrop, stop, and roll. I've got to share this weird conversation I overheard this morning. Ayo, OA, she won a Nobel Prize? Like you said, they're great! So, who dis? Tony the Tiger talking to Tony Danza about Toni Morrison, Tony Danza talking to Toni Morrison about Tony the Tiger, Toni Morrison talking to Tony the Tiger about Tony Danza, or Tony Danza talking to Tony the Tiger about Toni Morrison. Let's see who got it. That's Danza's catchphrase from Who's the Boss, talking about Nobel Prize-winning author Morrison, referencing the cereal mascot's slogan. You overhear the weirdest conversations at the Y. It's time for She's a Total Dharma Queen. Which Buddhist is living their best life? The one reincarnated in the animal realm? The one reincarnated in the Deva realm? The one reincarnated in the ghost realm? Or the one reincarnated in the Naraka realm? What'd you guys pick? In the 6 realms of rebirth, the spirits with the most karma transcend to the Deva realm, aka the God realm. And that realm looks good on you. Work it, Diva.
Why don't we do it for free?
Introducing Flip or Flop. And it's not just a real estate TV show, it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read 7 words, and for each one, tell me if it's the name of an Olympic gymnastics flip or the title of a movie that flopped critically and commercially. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between a gymnastics flip or a movie that flopped. And you're both doing this together, so pay attention. Ready? Let's go. Fight. Talk. Fan. Aerial. Sphere. Guitar. Salto. You really excel in the middle lane. All right, let's move on. Thank God it's Friday the 13th. What type of summer camp would be terrorized by Jason Voorhees? A band camp, a math camp, a swim camp, or a computer camp? Okay, what'd you pick? JSON is a computing term meaning JavaScript object notation. I could easily explain it to you, but what do you know? We don't have the time. In the first film, the killer is actually Jason's motherboard. How about this one? Quick fuel. Given how long it took last time, if you asked Earth to produce more coal, how would it respond? 1 sec, just give me 3 million years. 1 sec, just give me 30 million years. 1 sec, just give me 300 million years. Or 1 sec, just give me 3,000 million years. Okay, who chose what? Huh? The hard coal currently on our planet first began forming 300 million years ago. Which really isn't that bad when you think about how long it takes a guy like me to get a text back. Round 1 is officially behind us. Here's who you have to destroy.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, there's a soft spot on every apple. It's you. Looks like someone needs a little more help.
And don't forget, round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So, do not be afraid to use that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 1, before you get screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
Now that's good game design.
Take a good look at Clicklit. If Albert Camus had used clickbait to write The Stranger, what would have been his first line? 11 things everyone called Ishmael knows to be true. The 13 most pleasurable parts of burning. Mother died today and the clapback was insane. Or exterminators hate him. This guy woke up transformed into a monstrous vermin. So who got it? Sucks to be you. Mother died today is the first line from Camus' The Stranger. If you click on existentialist clickbait, nothing happens because life is meaningless.
We'd like to initiate a moment of playful interactivity. Would you like a question that involves some quiet time, or a question that keeps getting interrupted? Pick an option on your device now. The votes are in. You have engaged with the process.
La vie est un canard.
Let's try a question that keeps getting into...
Hiya, Corky.
Old man, what are you doing here?
I got a job at Binge Pipe.
Oh, like one of those retail greeters?
I'm vice president of international acquisitions.
What? No, you're not.
It's a funny story, actually. See, my great-great-granddaughter knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a gal.
That's
actually,
really not
who
interesting
I
at all.
remember meeting once at the gym.
Yeah, that's great. Whatever. I'm kind of busy doing this question right now.
Well, do it already. Are you starting?
Yes, old man, I am. If I got tired of people...
Hey, did I tell you about my latest sword?
No!
I got one that's a real doozy, boy.
Not now, old man. Or ever. Where was I? Okay, if I got tired of people constantly interrupting me, and I...
Lemon Square?
No! Where did you get lemon squares?
Oh, now that's a story.
Old man, please, please. I forgot that I didn't care about your answer. Now, I will finish this question. If I got tired of people constantly interrupting me and wanted to move to the least densely populated country in the world to get some freaking peace and quiet, where should I go? There. You happy?
What?
Brazil, South Africa, the United States, or Greenland? And how do we do? Greenland is by far the least crowded country in the world, with only about 0.03 people per square kilometer.
Well, it's been a lot of fun, but I got a meeting with Binge Pipe Hong Kong about these pesky export tariffs. They're killing us, Corky.
Goodbye, old man.
See you later.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of hate.
Try this on for size. Dead meat cute. I had a fun date last night. I wanted to watch a romantic comedy, and she wanted to see someone die. Love can be complicated. Which of these romantic movies has the highest death count? Sleepless in Seattle, The Big Sick, Moulin Rouge, or The Notebook? So what'd you pick? Due to war and tragic disease, 6 people end up dead in this tearjerker leg breaker. At this point, it's obvious that Nicholas Sparks is just the angel of death with a beach house. It's time for Content Brings Us Together. Oh, okay, I know what this is.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you hate women emerging from water, you might be able to tolerate When Harry Met Sally, Dr. No, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, watch out. You knew that screw was coming, Player One. Time to find out what you signed up for. Let's see how that shook out.
Sally doesn't don a swimsuit or visit a beach once in the movie When Harry Met Sally, so it's all clear. Also, if you hate emerging from water in general, may we recommend Thinking.
Yeah, that screw is a good move, Player Two. Here's your extra cash. There is no hiding from Flip the Script. Brace yourself, we're gonna do this one back to front. Before and after. What NBC drama uses non-chronological storytelling? What Lady Gaga song has secret backwards messages? What is Stephen Hawking's book on time paradoxes? Or what is one of Jeopardy's most popular categories? I love this part. Between 1984 and 2012, the Jeopardy category before and after was used 547 times, beating out science, literature, and potpourri. We apologize for that temporal turbulence. You may now put your brain back in the upright position. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. In the room. I hope you know what things are in what rooms. Good luck. Player 2 wins! Well done, Player 2. From this day henceforth, you shall be known as that person who won that game that one time. It's mostly an honorary title because...
Exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Hi, I'm JC, and I'm responsible for the before and after question in the game you just played. I really didn't mean to write a trivia question in reverse order. It's just when I was carrying the original question over to our game show Kiln, I accidentally dropped it and it got all jumbled up. Luckily, our editors don't care about the quality of my work, so they never corrected it. Funny story, this is not the first time that's happened. This game was originally called You Know Jack, Don't You?
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content.
Sam. I've lived in this quaint New England town my whole life, which maybe isn't that long to you per se, but to me, it's a lifetime. Maybe when you're coming of age in New England.
Hey, Ma! Pizza!
And you're a lobster.
Yeah, Ma, the one doing a monologue!
You gotta be ready to go out on your own.
It bit me! The lobster got in my car! It's parked in my car, Ma! The monologuing lobster is parked in my car in Harvard Yard, Ma!
Hey kids, do you think reading is fun? Then help me read this alimony letter from my ex-wife.
This week on Captain Funtime's World of Hard Adult Lessons.
D is for Deborah, and I wasn't good enough for her.
Hey there, this is your old friend Schmitty, host of Binge Pipe's new You Don't Know Jack Oldies Radio. I'll be playing your favorite You Don't Know Jack commercials from the 90s, 2000s, and the early 10s. So buckle up, because I'm firing up the Wayjack machine. Oh God, I hate my life.
One ticket to Bloody Bloody Murder, please.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
17.
I don't believe you. You look 6.
Aw, man, shucks.
Hey, kid, if you want to seem older and get into R-rated movies, you gotta smell older. Here, try a bottle of Old Man Essence.
Hey, neat. One ticket to Bloody Bloody Murder, please.
You have the mature smell of mothballs and elderly BO. Sorry about before.
Thanks, old man.
Remember, kids, buy Old Man Essence so you too can smell old enough to live.
Hey, kid, do you like cupcakes?
Yeah.
And you like carp, right?
Not really.
Then pop open a pack of new Grossest Carp Cakes. Moist, chocolatey cupcakes filled with a creamy whipped carp center. Try one.
No thanks.
Go on, they're delicious.
Well, okay. Whoa, tastes like carp. Chocolatey carp.
Binge to bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, no longer made from animal byproducts.
Hey, I'm Cookie. I ask the questions, you press the buttons. 2 players. When this is over, one of you will be the winner and the other will be blaming your phone for being weird. Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Time for question 1.
First on the docket, really light beer. Which of these intimidatingly hip beverages is the smallest batch beer? A microbrew, a millibrew, a pico brew, or a centibrew? Who picked what? You killed it. Your chances, I mean. You should have known. Pico denotes 1/1,000,000th, the smallest unit listed here. And so that's probably good, right? I don't know. Can I just get a club soda? Coming up next, the most poorly researched show on Earth. Which of the following statements about P.T. Barnum is the most historically accurate? Phineas T. Barnum faked a mermaid using a monkey and a fish. Peter T. Barnum led 21 elephants across the Brooklyn Bridge. Patrick T. Barnum lost 2 museums in a fire. Or Percival T. Barnum read his own obituary. Let's see who got it. It's true that Barnum lost 2 museums to a fire, but the Patrick part is wrong. P.T. Barnum sewed a monkey and a fish together to make a fake mermaid. In fact, all of these facts about P.T. Barnum are true, but his full name was also Phineas Taylor Barnum. But back in those days, everybody was sewing monkeys and fishes together and passing them off as mermaids. It was basically the ice bucket challenge of its time.
Why do we do everything?
Here we have Avenue Q and A, and it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a song from the musical Avenue Q or a tweet from celebrity Gary Busey. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between Avenue Q, or Gary Busey. And you're both doing this together, so look alive. All set? Here we go. I'm not wearing underwear today. Compliment someone and they'll shut up. Every F word is the F word. The internet is for porn. Everyone's a little bit racist. I just made spaghetti for the first time. Things are in season for a reason. I've seen worse, but player one, you really boned up that dis or dat.
BingePipe customer retention protocol has been activated.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Your lackluster score has earned you a screw.
Don't forget, screwing your opponent makes it harder for them to answer the question.
Use them wisely. Or don't. You do you.
Next up, good for what ails ya. If I made my home-brewed beer more hoppy by adding Mexican jumping beans, what would a connoisseur say about what makes the beer hop? I detect a note of bee feces. I like the aftertaste of boiling. What's this? You got hit by a screw, player two. This is going to be #fun. So who got it? Mexican jumping beans contain moth larvae, which is what makes them jump or hop. I hear moths are really attracted to light beer. How about this one? A community of people together. Yeah, okay. Guess it's one of those questions.
BingePipe recommends. Because you enjoyed the characters of Viserion, Elliot, and Smaug, we recommend music by the band Vampire Weekend, Kings of Leon, 21 Pilots, or Imagine Dragons.
Okay, what'd you pick?
Viserion is one of Khaleesi's dragons, Elliot is Pete's dragon, and Smaug is his own dragon.
And despite what it says in my very outdated textbook, they are all imaginary. That's the end of round one. The Vegas bookmakers need to see the current scores.
Currently, player one is in the lead. Player two, on the other hand, you could use a little help, and there's no shame in that. When the going gets tough, the tough gets another screw.
And remember, round two screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong, so don't be shy about using that thing. Player one, I'd answer fast if I were you, unless you're looking to get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round two?
I feel good about this.
Up next, Candy Republic. Suppose scientists discover that peanut butter is sentient and can feel pain. Look, it could happen. How might this influence the candy industry? It would affect Reese's sales, it would affect Reese's sales, it would affect Reese's sales, or it would affect Reese's sales. Well, what do you know? You just got screwed, player one. Hope you're a fast typer. Okay, let's take a look. Affect with an A is the proper verb, and Reese's is spelled like, well, this. Remember, there's no wrong way to devour a sentient life form.
Je trouve Jerry Davis seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Here's one I like to call Whether You Like It or Not. What's a condescending way to describe condensation? Everybody knows water becomes ice. Water becomes steam if that's what you're into. Ice becomes water, but you haven't become anything. Or so what if steam becomes water? You want a parade? Okay, who chose what?
Ah.
Want to see the answer? Okay, when water vapor cools down, it turns from steam to a liquid, and this process is called condensation. In the water cycle, condensation occurs in clouds. What? No, I shouldn't talk about clouds. They're way over your head.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of it.
I call this one, What Can I Get for a Mabel? And hey, stress cut with Mime Sore.
It's time for
Remember to type quick. That cash will be counting down until you lock in an answer. Okay, head in the game. Check out this gibberish phrase and let me know what song title it rhymes with. Ant swap? Appealing. And don't let that punctuation trip you up. I'm in a mood. You won't prevent me from having. Nothing you can do to halt my emotions. I give up. What was it? Let's get on with it, shall we? This one's known as It's a Stranger Thing That I Do. Okay, think back on your binge watching of Stranger Things and answer me this. If Will had actually been hanging upside down the entire time he was trapped in the upside down, what would have probably happened to him? He would have died of asphyxiation, he would have had his eyeballs pop out, he would have been fine other than a headache, or he would have been smarter. Let's see how that shook out. Hanging upside down for a few days straight will kill you, possibly by having your other organs crush your lungs. Still not as gross as what happened to Sean Astin. Oh. Next, bloodthirsty branding choices. You know how Apple Computers gives their operating system fun names like Jaguar or Mountain Lion? So, say Apple, having exhausted all the big cat names for their OS, pivots to cartoon cats, which would not be an option. macOS Garfield, macOS Snagglepuss, macOS Itchy, or macOS Azrael. What'd you guys pick? Of the animated sadistic duo Itchy and Scratchy, Itchy is the mouse. So you could name the mouse Itchy, but who still uses a mouse, am I right? Oh, how the f*** do I get out of this question? Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. What's the points? Time to earn some points on some point-related questions. Good luck. Player 2 takes it! Nice work, Player 2. I'm sweating that was so close. Wait, no, it's all that pig gristle I had for lunch. Either way...
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Hey, it's Brittany, one of the writers for You Don't Know Jack. There are a lot of questions that don't make it into the game for a variety of reasons. For example, I wanted to write a dis or dat that was, is it a Schoolhouse Rock song about numbers? Or is it a porno? Because you got The Four-Legged Zoo, Naughty Number 9, Ready or Not, Here I Come, and those are just the Schoolhouse Rock ones. I didn't write it because I got too scared to search for porn. Apparently typing, only porn titles please, don't show me porn in the search engine doesn't work. It still shows you a lot of porn.
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content.